So today's webinar will be about 45 minutes in length, followed by a Q&A. It is being recorded, so if you do have to leave at any time, please be assured that we will be sending you that recording about 24 hours afterwards. So feel free to leave if you need to. And a little bit about myself. Well, my name is Riti, and we founded RankMyAgent with a simple mission to raise the bar in the industry and connect the very best agents to the public based on verifiable reviews. There was a lot of noise when we had started with RankMyAgent. Almost, I want to say, a decade ago, we had started the project, and there was so much slander. It was very hard for the public to understand what is legit, what is not legit, and how do you make sense of this while everything was just shifting online. And that's where we had this issue, and I took my two interests with technology and real estate, and our team, we worked together to build this product. It certainly has been built with your feedback. We went from a test group of about 500 agents to over 10,000 across the country now. And we have a very amazing team who has been working with us over many years now. I want to introduce you to Pascal, our senior account manager.
Thanks, Riti. Hello, everyone, again. I'm Pascal. I'm an account manager at RankMyAgent, so I'm in charge of a lot of the questions that you have, and any issues that come up with the accounts. Certainly, you'll be chatting with me. I can't do my job alone, so I have Gianna, who is working on the chat today. So if you have any questions throughout the presentations or having questions after the presentation, certainly give us a message in the chat box or send us an email at support@rankmyagent.com. A little bit about me. I come from a marketing background, and I currently reside in Calgary.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Pascal, and thanks, Gianna, for joining us. So now to kick off the topics for today, we're going to take a look at why online reviews really impact you in today's world. What is RankMyAgent, the benefits that it offers, how do you set up your profile? It may be some time since you have edited your profile and updated. So I'm also going to point out some new areas that you may have missed. How to add contacts so that you can send reviews and then furthermore track them. How to use our review templates, which will really help you in speeding up the process of requesting reviews. How teams can optimize using RankMyAgent, because we do have two different offerings for teams, a team Lite or a team plus account. And you want to understand your client's journey. What exactly is that experience for your client? What do you need to communicate as an agent to your clients so that they can very easily complete the review for you? So we're going to show you the survey, and then we'll give you that information. And then the next part of the presentation is more about optimizing your account and how to generate business out of RankMyAgent. So we're going to be talking about geo-farming locations into your profile so that more people can find you and find your profile online. We'll talk about the REALTOR.ca integration. And, I believe that is a really neat integration that every single agent across Canada should really, use. You don't have to wait for your first review to do the integration, but all your reviews from RankMyAgent will flow over to your listings and to your profile on Realtor.ca. So certainly encourage you to do this. And then, how to display these reviews on your own website, on social media, cross-platform posting onto Google and LinkedIn from RMA. How do you personalize your reviews more by adding photographs and geo-locations? How do you respond to those reviews? And then taking the power of these reviews and pushing them over to social media using the downloadable shareable graphics that are created anytime a review goes live. So we'll show you that, and Pascal will talk about personalizing those to fit your brand. And then I want to leave you with some case studies and some real examples that you can look at as inspiration from our community. We'll end off with the RMA awards and then some key strategies and open up to Q&A. So there certainly is a lot of material being covered today, and it is being recorded. So certainly, you do have that recording afterwards. But yeah, so let's just, start off with online reviews today. Like, where are we today? Well, 98% of people are reading these online reviews and are researching any business before they want to work with that business or, use those services. So practically everyone is doing this. And then when we look at top factors that people look at if they're going to, call that business, if they want to work with that business, does that business owner respond to all customer reviews? Does that are the reviews being updated? So is it something like, are the reviews very old? Are they like 6, 7, 8 months old or a few years old? Or are they being updated when transactions are happening? These are the types of things that are really important for someone who is comparing and trying to see if, they should reach out to you. And then they also want to look at, does the business have at least 4-star rating? So that doesn't mean you need 100% rating. That means that you need at least a 4-star to remain credible and to ensure that you would be one of those people that they want to reach out to. Now, the common question that we get up is authenticity and why does it matter and so on. Well, 62% of consumers won't use a business that censors their online reviews. So what I mean by that is that, if you are cherry picking reviews that you want live and not want live, or you have some view to that, that actually is a very big negative. And in today's world, everyone wants transparency and we want professionalism. And, we'll talk more about that, but this is also another way that a very important element to why, online reviews and why you want to be authentic with them. So we looked at generational trends reports, and what we found was that the clients want someone that they can trust, someone who has experience, and of course, that great repetition. Certainly, this has not changed. We've been looking at these trends for the past 10 years, and over we're seeing that this is what they want. And furthermore, the RankMyAgent survey has been built by looking at these elements and the surveys asking these questions to the public. So how important are online reviews to real estate? And what you will see is that mass majority of people will tell you that online reviews are very important. So you can see that with this stat, and this is a recent stat, you can see that most people are wanting those online reviews of you, and it's very important that you have something else. So now getting to RankMyAgent. Well, RankMyAgent certainly is our passion here, and it is the leading online platform that connects professionals and offices to the public. We do that based on verifiable reviews, helping you to generate leads and build that repetition. I want to mention that all reviews on the platform are verified and based on firm closed transactions. We actually do triple check our reviews. So anything submitted is checked by actually the client that submits, and then yourself, and then ourselves. So we do have many layers to it, and so the system ensures that things do stay authentic. And we do have open access to APIs. So if you, are an office that wants to integrate, certainly that's something that we can help you with. Key benefits: build your online profile, ramp up that SEO, individual team and office accounts, and then Google reviews. Sync up your Google reviews to your RankMyAgent profile so that you display on the profile. Share those ratings everywhere, and include REALTOR.ca. And we are proud to be Canadian. Now, we also looked at what are the most effective methods of requesting reviews, and what the stat told us, what the recent stat told us is that most effective is email, because I guess that makes sense. People, have time on an email. Maybe they're, not in a rush using a mobile device. So they can write a proper review, so via email. So that's why we have the branded requesters that we have into RankMyAgent, and then in person, and of course then in the communications that you send out. So in person, of course, we'll talk more about this, but you always have to let your clients know how important review is to your business. At this point, we would like to get started with a live demo. At this point, we're going to learn how to update that profile, how to add contacts, and how to add review templates. First thing first is log into RankMyAgent. You'll see a login button on the right-hand side, a yellow button that you would use. So I'm actually going to minimize my presentation at the moment. Give me 1 second, I'm going to stop sharing, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to log in, and I'm gonna log in as my test agent here, logged in as Lori Hughes. The first thing that I'm gonna do in my dashboard is head over to my account, edit profile. And this is where I start building my unique value proposition, all the details about myself, starting with a photograph. If a photograph is not there already, so you can add a photograph. If you are having any issues with your photograph, I want to just let you know that it has to be cropped a square, and it should not be very, very high resolution. It should not be 20 meg. So make it a reasonable size, and then you should be able to upload it. And then on the right-hand side, basic details about yourself. If you need that password reset, you would do it here, and you would type it again. Your email is one item that we need to change on our side if it needs updating. So send us an email at support@rankmyagent.com if this needs an update. And then, basic details about yourself, starting with the bio, any designations that you have. If you find that in our comprehensive list here, we are missing anything, please let us know, and certainly we can add that designation for you. Languages that you're comfortable, conversing in, your social media details. We did also recently add in a YouTube channel, so you can add your YouTube channel to your profile. So I encourage you to get that added if you do have if you are encouraging your clients to go off to YouTube. And all these links actually, once you do have them, it's wonderful because you can track it and you can see the results as well of what's going on. So we will be actually releasing in a little bit some more data for you regarding these links and how often your clients are reaching out using RankMyAgent onto your social media channels. And then your brokerage details, and we will get to more the Amplify your reviews in a bit. So I'm going to skip this area for now. On the left-hand side, you can pick a featured review if you already have some reviews. So you can pick a featured review. Then you can go on and pick specialization. So just click the plus sign, pick a specialization. You're allowed in a premium plan up to 10 specializations and 10 services. To remove any of these, just click the red button here, and that would remove it. Now, services, you can pick types of services. I mean, this is very helpful for clients when they're trying to see if you work in that sort of area, in that sort of niche market that they may be looking for. Now, with RankMyAgent, a very strong element is our geo-farming capabilities. We allow you to be searched by cities, neighborhoods, and what you want to do is pick your primary province and then your city, and then you would want to go ahead and pick some communities and neighborhoods in that area. So I'm going to click select a neighborhood, and maybe I'll John's View, and then that's my primary, and then I can go ahead and select them. I'm going to go back to Ontario, Toronto, and Caledonia, and I'll just click plus. You can see that it's been added in. If I need to remove any of these, I would go ahead and just hit the cross here, and that would just remove it. you're allowed up to 10 in that premium plan. In the basic plan, you're allowed to 1 geo-farming area. So now let's talk about awards. I mean, every year, every brokerage, every franchise out there has these awards, and it's really important that you let the public know what awards, and you want to update this. So certainly hit this plus button. You can upload a photograph of the award and write a description. So I encourage you to do this and to update the profiles so they stay up to date with the latest information. Your RankMyAgent raw scores would be added automatically, so you don't need to upload them. So they would be added from our system. And once all of this is done, don't forget to update profile. That will save all these details. So at this point, I'm going to ask Pascal to tell me about someone's profile that I should look at, and we can look at it together to see what they've done really well.
Yeah, my suggestion really would be Christian Bailey. Christian with the CH. Yeah, he's done a pretty good job with his profile. He's been building it out for the last couple months.
Perfect. And I do see that he's ranked good. He has quite a few reviews here. That's wonderful. So I see the featured review area. I see his awards from RankMyAgent. I see that he's added all his social media details. And there's the about section. There's an awards section here. He could definitely add more awards. I would say if, I'm sure that there would be some office awards and so on, so he could upload that. You see the cities, the services, the property specializations. And, I really do like how he's added the photograph of the house and the review. I think it ties in very nicely. Oh, and here's the happy seller. It makes a big difference when reviews have these elements, because it just makes it more authentic. And he's added the neighborhood area. Has he been responding to reviews, Pascal?
I checked and not yet. That's one element that he could certainly optimize his accounts with.
Yeah. So we certainly have, some ideas for him, but I think overall, he's doing a very good job in collecting these reviews. Okay, so now, that's your profile. The next item to discuss is requesting reviews. To request a review, it's very simple. Just hit on this yellow button called Request Review. Put in the email address of the client that you just firmed up that deal with. So I'm just going to add in a new email address that's not on my contact list. You'll see that I have this message, was not found in your contact list. Do you want to continue with email only, or do you want to add a contact? My recommendation is to add them as a contact, because if you add them as a contact, it just simplifies the process for them to write that review. Some of the fields will be pre-filled on the survey. I'm just going to add person as a contact, and then you'll see that the email has dropped down telling me that it's going to send out. And there is one built-in template with RankMyAgent, so that is the default template. However, we will show you how you can upload more templates shortly. So I'm just going to use the default template for now. And then we have a subject of that email. The email itself can be personalized, to write the names of the people and more details. Just make sure that these links are untouched. You don't want to touch those links because it leads to your survey link, your unique link. It just makes it easier for the client to write that review. So you can send a copy to yourself, and if you've made a lot of changes, you can make this a new template as well. So I'm going to send the request. You'll see the notification there, and the request has been sent out. But you're probably wondering, how do I know that it's been sent out? So if you head over to my account, review stats, you can see the message that was just sent out. This was the message that just got sent out. It's branded with Lori's details here. And so that's the email, and your client would just click here to begin that survey. You can see that the message got delivered. You can see the message was not viewed yet, and the survey has not been started, and it has not been completed. Furthermore, you can take an action in 6 days to send them a reminder. Just by a simple click here, a reminder will be sent with the same email. Just the subject would have reminder on it, with the whole subject that you had initially used. So, certainly encourage you, after you send it off, what you want to do is just send them a quick text just to let them know that you have sent it, and give it a day or two, and see the stats, monitor the stats. If you find that they haven't started it, they will need that little nudge, and you would definitely want to, at best time is optimal time is at firm, before close. But then, if it does come to closing, certainly, reach out to them to get that survey. So, we talked about requesting reviews. We've talked about the profile. Let's talk about review templates. So if you click on My Account Review Templates, you're going to be taken to this area where you can add all sorts of templates for all sorts of scenarios. And what we did here at RankMyAgent was create you an ultimate bundle of review templates. So I'm going to actually open this up. So this PDF here has actual copy that you can use for all sorts of scenarios, like as you firm up the deal, many years after closing, say if you're reaching back to your clients after many years. And you can also customize it further, but we have given you a starting point. So I encourage you to take these templates and make use of them. All you need to do is copy the text. Say if I'm transferring from another platform, I would hit create new. I would paste everything in, and I would tell these quotation marks, fix the paragraph a bit, fix the spacing, and I'll just call it a transfer of reviews, and I'm going to hit create. And you'll see the template is right here on top. Now, when I go to request the review, the latest template would be right here. And that's going to make it just so much simpler for you when you have all types of cases, be it buyers, sellers, and different scenarios. So that'll speed up the process of requesting these reviews. So, I think at this point, I want to go back to the deck and just move on to our next areas. We talked about adding the contact. So, by the way, there is a contact directory link in the dashboard as well. So you can use that to add your contacts at once. So let's talk about Team Plus accounts. Team Plus accounts basically allow your team to collect reviews, collect their own reviews, but at the same time be under the umbrella of the larger team. And this basically allows you to celebrate the success of everyone together. You can take the data from the Team Plus, you can take all these reviews and get them put onto your website via our widgets or via our API. So that's an option for you guys. And even an admin can work on requesting reviews on the behalf of team members. So there's a separate login for Team Plus accounts, and basically they can start requesting reviews as deals close. The Team Lite account is more suitable for smaller teams that do everything together, and they share their clients. So this is one account and one login, and they're able to use that same account on REALTOR.ca and showcase together those reviews. Now, let's talk about that client journey. I'm going to pass it to Pascal to tell you more about the review process in our survey.
Thanks, Riti. So the client process, or the process that your client will go through when reviewing on RankMyAgent. So again, as Riti just showed you, the review request is one way that they can get that direct survey link to review for you, or they can Google you on Google and find your RankMyAgent profile. Under every profile on RankMyAgent, there's a write a review button. So anyone can write a review for you there. They can click that link to start doing their survey, and they need to complete it and submit it. Once they submit their review, the client needs to verify their email address. So an email, we give them a prompt to tell them to check their inbox. And once they check their inbox, there is going to be an email with a link to verify. Once they click the link, this is where step 5 comes into place if you have the Google or LinkedIn integration set into your account. When they click on the link, it'll verify the review, but it also land them on a landing page that has their testimonial ready to be copied over to these other review platforms. Riti will go into more detail later in this presentation about this integration, but just want to let you guys know that's where it is. And then finally, they're notified when the review is published and when you've responded back.
Here is the survey for RankMyAgent. This is the survey that your client would fill out. As you can see, it has a quick rate option that allows a client that's in a rush just to check mark here, and all of these stars would move to the 5 out of 5. However, they can also, select how much they would like to rate you with. As I had mentioned earlier, the metrics here were based on research. We did look at the generational trends reports, and based on that, these are the results that the consumer is looking for, the public wants to find out more about, and that's why the survey is designed this way. And then we do ask for more questions here about did they get value from the transaction? Would they use this professional again? This is a really important question for you to know, because you want to know who your strongest ambassadors are, who are the champions for you, who will give you referrals. So certainly very useful information. And then transaction details that we're going to ask them. Please rest assured that the address of the property is never shared live on RankMyAgent. It's only used for verification processes. And yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the survey. These areas will be pre-filled if you use our branded request review that I had shown you, the request review option. If you just send them the link of your profile, they will have to pre-fill this. And if they like, they can definitely use a pseudonym, so they don't have to use their real name. But of course, the email has to be accurate. And then they just confirm review. So once they confirm the review, they get an email, and they just click on this email here, and that's pretty much it. That is the process for them. Now talk about optimizing your RankMyAgent accounts by geo-farming locations. And there are 2 places to do this. One place is that edit profile area that I had shown you, where up to 10 geo-locations can be added. And the second element is on your live reviews. So we will show you that. And then we'll talk about Realtor.ca, a lot of neat stuff with Google and LinkedIn, and then talk more about the graphics. So within your live review, there is a location area. So I'm going to actually show you live where this is. So if I go to my account and I go to reviews, I can see a page here with all types of reviews, pending reviews, awaiting moderation, awaiting reviewer verification. What you want to do is, after these reviews go live, you want to add a location. A location potentially could be added for you, but you'd want to make sure that it has been added, or if it has to be, fine-tuned. So here I am in Canada, and I'm going to pick Ontario, Toronto, and I can even drill down to a neighborhood. I encourage you to add as much as you are able to, because that's going to help you in our search and also on Google. So when people are searching for the best real estate agents in that neighborhood, in that city, you should be able to, really ramp up in that in the rankings with having these details on each review. So encourage you to go through your reviews and start adding that. So that's the part of geo-farming, and of course the edit profile also has that area here that you would want to definitely optimize and use. Now, let's talk about Realtor.ca. We do have an integration that I had mentioned, and give me 1 second here. I'm going to get back into my slides for a second. Here's the Realtor.ca integration. What you want to do is head over to member.realtor.ca and head over to member.realtor.ca. Now, I actually was already logged in, but it will ask you to log in via your board, your ID, and your password. And once you're logged in, what you want to do is head over to your My Profile area, click Update My Profile. When you're here, what you want to do is grab your RankMyAgent ID. So I'm going to head over to my dashboard. Here is Lori's ID. I'm going to copy it. And once I copy it down, I'm going to head over back to Realtor.ca and paste it. And then I would just link to my Realtor.ca profile. And within 45 minutes, you will see this integration go live, and all your reviews from RankMyAgent, all the live reviews will go on to your listings. I think this is really powerful stuff because, can you imagine when you have open houses and, you have those printouts and right under your thumbnail of your photograph, you have those nice stars. This helps build a lot of trust. Let's now move on to a couple of more integrations we have. We have a Twitter and a Google integration. Well, the Google integration basically allows the last few reviews from Google to display on your RankMyAgent profile. Now, these reviews from Google do not account for RankMyAgent reviews because RankMyAgent has its own reviews and ratings, but Google reviews can still show. We'll show you an example of that during the Q&A, but basically it's right at the bottom of your profile page. And if you are using Google reviews, encourage you to do this integration. If you do need it set up, just send us an email at support@rankmyagent.com and we can help you with that. The next integration I want to talk about is Twitter. So if you're using Twitter business, what you want to do is within Edit Profile, you'll see an area called Connect with Twitter. Just log in, and this will just stream all your 4+ reviews as they go live on RankMyAgent. They would be hashtagged with your cities, and then you would have these reviews displaying. So here's an example of that. You can see that Julie's review here is hashtagged with common, and then there's probably a photograph of yourself, and then I click on to that page. The Google review, by the way, this is how it shows on the RankMyAgent profile. The last few show here, and then by clicking on Google reviews, a potential client can also learn more from Google as well. So, let's move on to this pain point. Clients, actually, agents have had, this major pain point of how do you get one review over to other platforms, and how do you make it really easy for those clients to do that review? So we did an integration that makes it super, super easy for your clients. So you will recall this step when they verify that email, when they verify that review for you after they write it. When you click on this link, they're going to be taken to a pop-up like this. Basically it's a page, and the page has the review that they wrote, and there are two options. If you've done the Google integration, they'll be taken to just the Google integration, and they can click here, and that would allow them to pretty much copy it over to Google. Same goes with LinkedIn. If you've done both of the integrations, both of these icons, both of these areas would show. So this just makes it super, super easy. Once they click on that, a pop-up will appear, and then they can just paste that review that they just wrote for you and post it. The same goes with LinkedIn. Very similar process with just getting that link, and then they can go ahead and write it. One more opportunity for them is when the review goes live, they do get an email saying the review is now live, and then they can even use these buttons here. Share this review on Google, share it on LinkedIn. That would take them to the similar process. So that's how you can encourage your clients to post it everywhere. To set this up, what you want to do is head over to your My Account edit profile, and within edit profile, you will see an area that has Amplify Your Reviews, and that's where you would want to add it in. Let me show you where that is. Profile. And this is where you'll see the Google integration. And to do it, all you do is follow the Learn More. The Learn More has a video that you could watch, and also step-by-step photographs to show you. Basically, you want to make sure that your URL that you're using is the correct URL. You would log into your Google My Business, and there is a share review form. If you click there, you'll be able to copy that code and then paste it on your RankMyAgent. And the same goes with LinkedIn. With LinkedIn, we have an FAQ right under that area as well that you can use to learn more. And we'll tell you the format. The format has to be just like this. And you would copy that and paste that into your RankMyAgent. Just make sure that your LinkedIn profile name is here instead of the bold. You'd replace them. Okay, so let's now get back into our deck and see next steps. So we can show you examples of how you can take your RankMyAgent reviews and put them onto your own website using something called Widgets. Here's the example of Scarlett. She's used a wide widget. Here's an example from the Hammer team, and this is a team widget that showcases all the team members and their site. Here's an example using an API that an office CFH has used to highlight agents in your office, and you can see they can toggle through. Here's an example for a narrow widget that Brendan has used where Kristen had used. Now, to get your widget code, what you want to do is head over to your dashboard, and you're going to see an area called Widgets. There's also widgets for badges. So if you've won awards, then you certainly want to grab that code, and then you could, add them. So I'm just going to show you the widget area. And you can just copy the code, either send it to your web developer, or if you are managing your website, you want to copy this and add it to your HTML source code. So amplifying your reviews by instantly shared graphics. Let's pass it to Pascal to show you this side of things. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
All right, so now that you have your reviews live, it's really important to amplify your reviews through sharing them online and also personalizing them to fit your brand. We have a lot of tools that are available to you to help you stand apart in the digital space, because there's a lot of noise online. And so the first one is the downloadable shareable graphics that Riti has shown previously in this presentation. So the way you can find these graphics is whenever a review gets posted live, you do get an email notification that your review is live. There's also a link here that you can click to download that review. So it'll download, so if you're on your phone, it will download to your device. You can also log into your RankMyAgent account and find it there. I will go through a whole demo of how you can find it through your account. And this is just an example of what the standard looks like. The graphic includes the testimonial of your client and the details whatnot of your business. Here's some more examples. So on the right-hand side, you can see that this is what it looks like when you have attached a photo. I will also show you how to attach a photo to your reviews, but if you do download it, it looks really great. And questions that we get, what do I use this for? So the graphics are fit social media dimensions for posting. So it's very instantaneous. If you need it to post right away, you could get it, download on your phone, and then post it straight to social media. We've also seen it being used for listing presentations. So just having some great graphics behind backing your business from verified reviews from your clients. Again, I will show you how to add the photos into your account. As you might have seen from our example agent accounts like Christian, he added photos of the properties and of his clients. We've also seen people use marketing materials for the photos. And then finally, there's also responding to reviews. So this is also a very important item to be doing with your account, to be staying active, and also just showing off your professionalism and your client relationship building skills. Riti had shared that stat at the beginning of the presentation, but from the consumer behavior data that we found, 88% of consumers are likely to use a business that they are seeing or also responding back to the feedback they're getting. So regardless if it's positive or negative, the responding back to reviews really matters. And I'll just exit my screen and just show you a quick example of what the responding of reviews looks like on the public profile. So I'll just bring over Kristen's account. And so just under Kristen's account, as you can see, when you respond to a RankMyAgent review, it will also be showing underneath the review there. And I will just quickly go into Lori's account now and switch over to show you how you can find all of the elements I just talked about. So when you go into my account, reviews, again, where Riti had shown how to add those locations, underneath any published review, there's going to be 3 dots. And this is where the options for responding to reviews. So this is where you can leave the response, how you can manage your photo to upload, and how to download that graphic. So if you're in your account, this is how you can do it, and you can do it today. Perfect. So I think I've gone through everything with that. And I believe the next part was personalizing your reviews using Canva. So this is just an extra tidbit of tips of how you can optimize your review with social media and sharing. So Canva is a free photo editor software. It's not the only software you can use, but we do recommend using it. I won't get into super details of how to use it, but Canva, you can sign up for the account. They have a lot of great documentation of how to use their sites, how to use designs. But it's really great because if you're like me, sometimes I forget what the dimensions are even for social media posting. So certainly Canva is great. I'll just jump into some examples of how we've taken the review downloadable graphics. So you can go to uploads and just upload whatever download file that you just did. You can upload that. And I'm just going to scroll through a couple of examples of how you can turn these graphics to fit more of your marketing. So this is just some ideas for you of what you can even do with a free account with Canva. Something else, I guess my last tip in terms of the social media aspect with Canva is Instagram stories and how you can optimize your stories with creating it with Canva with their graphics, but then also how you can share them with the links. So something that Instagram has is the ability to link another web page onto your social media, onto your Instagram stories. So this is just an example of what maybe Lori might put on her story. And something that you can do, so I would go to share and I would download the graphic and put it onto my phone if I was Lori. But then I could also go back to my account, and in Lori's accounts, I can find that exact review that I am sharing. And so, for example, it was this review. I can click on the read more, and I can grab this URL that's right here and put that into my Instagram story. So when I'm uploading it onto Instagram and prospective clients are looking at my profile, they get that link straight to this page where they can read more details of the reviews and then also, check into the profile of Lori. So it's just a great way of how you can optimize and connect all your touch points online. And it certainly helps the online presence and just letting it be easier for people to find your account and different ways they can find your reviews through these different touch points online. I believe that's everything I have to share. So I'll pass it back to Riti to talk about examples and whatnot.
Thank you so much, Pascal. That was so thorough. I really do appreciate lots of great information. So I'm going to now head over back to our deck and want to actually show you some case studies and hopefully give you some inspiration on what you could be doing with your online review. So here is an example of a listing presentation, and I love the fact how Dave has repurposed his listings, his reviews, and created this for the listing presentation. On his website, you will see that he's added a testimonial, but then he said, why don't you look at RankMyAgent, look at YouTube videos, and learn more about myself, because he's helping his potential clients that go to his website build trust with him, because it's that trust that really is needed before someone wants to work with you, and these videos and the reviews really help you gain that. Here was that example that we showed you earlier with offices integrating reviews on the website. I love the fact that reviews can also be taken to the offline world, and what Simon did was add a rider here on the home, because he knows that the neighbors, the best way for people to learn more about him is through those online reviews, and the rider basically helps that offline and online world come together. Some examples of Instagram and ads as well. So ads that have been run. So here's an example from the Hamray team, and pretty much they're encouraging the clients to read more via the verified reviews that they have. Offices are also sharing success of their agents, and here's an example of RE/MAX River City. Certainly, I think that it is a lot to celebrate, because great customer service is also a very, very important milestone. It's not always about transaction dollars and so on. It's also about how their agents are serving the community. Here's some examples of Instagram stories. I think most of these are related to the awards that we had. And if you go to Instagram actually and search RankMyAgent, you'll be able to see many examples of these stories. Pretty much, agents are celebrating their awards, letting clients know that they are proud to be part of this, to be winning these awards, and they know that customer service, providing that exceptional service, is very important to the business. We've seen, teams as well run ads with, having these reviews. One idea for you is to potentially run an ad where you recently sold be it a neighborhood, a postal code, a zip code, you'd want to try to run an ad, use that, the testimonial, the review that you have from RankMyAgent. If you have permission of the happy buyer seller, you can maybe run something in that neighborhood. If you're just getting started with online reviews and you're wondering, where do I start? How do I go from 1 review, 0 reviews to 50 reviews and so on? I encourage you to run a contest, just like how Jeff and Bobby did here from RE/MAX Affiliates, where they ran a home show contest, and anyone who was to write a review would be entered into a draw. And then they had a draw maybe, at the end of the month. And so that's some inspiration for you if you're wondering how to get started. And then we have here, the Google Tower. Google gives review sites a lot of love, and certainly review sites that have a lot of volume of, the authentic reviews. And what you can see here is when you search for this team, right away the RankMyAgent page shows up. I encourage you to search your name with the word reviews. What comes up? Certainly these orange snippets should come up if you have reviews with RankMyAgent. Potentially the knowledge blocks will come up with reviews from the web showing RankMyAgent. So I encourage you to do that activity to see what pops up for you. You can run ads with reviews. So here's an example of that. Some more examples of sharing those awards. So if you have won a roster this year and you're wondering how do you showcase this, well, you can use our widgets. That would be something like this that would automatically display on your site. You can use it on your email signatures. We're certainly seeing a lot of agents using that. And then even on billboards and print materials that Mark did right here. The 2023 RMA Awards are coming up about 6.5 months away. And what you need to do is keep on collecting those reviews. The reviews have to be from transactions that happen in this current year. And then early January, first week of January, we will announce the new winners. And then it's based on the quality ratings and number of reviews that you have over this time period. Want to leave you with how do you give the best service and how do you get these best reviews? Well, it all starts off with you providing that awesome customer experience. And I really feel that you're here today because you are focused on that experience. So, if you have that awesome experience, you certainly will get those good reviews. You want to make it very easy for your clients to leave reviews. And that means that on your email signatures, telling them how important it is, and then leverage that client list, the past client list. Start off with, reaching out to the people most likely to write a review for you, and then moving from there. Plant that seed early. So, when you get that listing, show them other reviews and tell them, after we get to the finish line, I will request that review from you as well, because it's very important to gain your feedback and to understand how I can hone my business as well. So then, of course, follow up with them after closing, respond to the reviews that you receive, listen to their feedback, and then also use industry-specific review pods. So, to leave you here with some steps, if you haven't done this already, set up and update your RMA account, update that profile, display reviews on brand sites. I do want to mention for the Remax folks out there in our community, we do have an integration with Remax.ca. If you need more details on that, send us an email at support@rankmyagent.com. Integrate into your CRM system. Request reviews after you firm close every deal by adding to your business systems, and share those review graphics everywhere. So, this basically summarizes the webinar for today. If you need any help, feel free to reach out to us at support@rankmyagent.com, and we will be more than happy to help you. If you need a one-on-one consult, happy to assist there. Wishing you all a wonderful day ahead. Stay healthy, and we will talk to you soon. Take care until next time.